Hey beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. This is the first video. It is a very unique one to be starting with because it's the holiday season and we are coming up to starting to do our Christmas decorations. It is Black Friday this weekend. I normally don't do any shopping. I really like to stay away from the crowds, stay away from all of the shopping, more because I love to craft things and create things for Christmas, which is so exciting every year. And this year I've really felt like I wanted to start a little bit earlier. So I've been starting to brainstorm ideas on different things that we can do this season to create some tree decorations and how can we approach making decorations from scratch, from nature, from different things that we have around the house. So this season I really loved these dried orange ornaments. They're really easy to make. You just need a little bit of time to do it, to be home, to watch them in the oven and make sure that they are dehydrated enough to start creating them into ornaments. So what I'm going to show you today is how to create these dried orange ornaments. I love the dusty orange color. It's going to look really, really good against green. See, it looks really beautiful. So you could even use these to decorate your gifts, or instead of doing ornaments, we can also create a garland. They're really easy, but I have a couple of really unique tips. You can be very creative with it. So right now I have these about 1 foot apart. You can do them so that they're a little bit closer together. So you could use them outside or on the garland on your banisters. If you want to do some comments down below, I'm happy to give you some extra ideas on how you can make use of these beautiful orange dried oranges. One thing you need to note about doing these ornaments is that if you want, you can use different citrus. They're going to come out with different colors, and like lime or lemon or blood orange. Blood orange turns out really, really nice and a really, really deep red, but remember, they're going to look a lot more muted and not so orange as they were before they were dried. So just take that to note, but they look all really, really cool together. So if you want to take a couple of different citruses and dry them and then have a combination of colors, which would be really, really beautiful, but I'm just going to stick with the navel orange for this year. Another thing you're going to want to know about drying different types of citrus is that they take different times in the oven to form, to dry, to dehydrate. So you want to go to the blog and have a look at the different times so that you know if you're doing blood orange or if you're doing grapefruit, those take a little bit longer because they're a larger citrus, and the lemon and lime take even less time because they're smaller. You want to make sure they are about no more than 1/4 inch thick because they take longer to dry if they're thicker. So be very, very careful with your mandolin if that's what you're using to cut, or just get a pretty sharp knife so that you can slice them pretty evenly. I cut a couple of different oranges and they're of the same variety, but they do come out in different colors. So you can see here, and then of course like you get different sizes as well. So don't worry too much if they look not perfect and a little uneven. It gives a really nice texture and variety to your tree, and some uniqueness to each of the gifts that you may be using them to wrap with. So it's so exciting. I'd like to show you what you're going to need. You're going to need an orange, meltable oranges, or any of the citrus that you are wanting to use. So you're gonna have to do your grocery shop to do that. So you're going to need some scissors. You're gonna need some string or yarn. I have this beautiful textured yarn that I'm gonna be using for mine. Just adds a little texture to the ornament itself. If you are doing a garland, I would definitely recommend using more of a string like this. That way it's a little bit more hidden on the tree, and then your oranges can just kind of sit on the branches and look as if they're floating or just part of the tree, so you don't have this extra string kind of distracting the eye. So that is about all you need, other than your oven and a baking sheet, and you definitely want to have like a baking rack of some kind so that the air can start moving underneath the oranges. Otherwise it takes a lot more time, and then you will also have to flip the oranges more often. Okay, so let's start making. You'll slice your oranges about 1/4 inch thick, no more, it will take too long to dry. Lay out the oranges on a baking sheet on a wire rack. Set the oven to 220 degrees, bake for 3 to 4 hours or until they are completely dry. Now for the ornaments. You're going to poke a hole with either a larger sewing needle or a toothpick so that you can thread the yarn or string through. Make sure the hole is big enough so that you can work with your fingers. Simply thread through the yarn. Bring both ends to meet evenly. I'm going to do a double knot. That way it's nice and secure. Pull tight, and you can trim the ends if you want to. That's it. You can also add a wooden bead if that is your preference. Now moving on to the garland. You're going to tie a first knot, bring the string behind the orange, bringing the string up and around the hole, pulling it through, creating a loop. This will make the string nice and taut at the back. Then measure the distance that you want, the spacing for your orange, and start the next orange, looping the string around from the back to the front. For more detailed instructions, check out the blog post for all the listing of all the temperatures for the different types of citrus. In the meantime, enjoy these bloopers, and I will talk to you so soon. Have some happy holidays. Dried citrus discs, dried citrus. These beautiful citrus ornaments for your holiday decor.